Okay, here's video 3, and it's the same problem from video 2, but this time we're going to attempt to do it by using synthetic division. Synthetic division is going to make this a lot quicker. You've probably noticed the last two problems take quite a few steps to do, although there's some key differences, so I really need to outline those here. It's really crucial that you understand those. If you choose to do synthetic division, now we can only do this when we're dividing by a linear term. If I'm dividing by a linear term that just has a single variable like x minus 2. If you're going to do this, the divisor, you have to flip the sign of this right here. You can read in your textbook on page 363 about how if x minus 2 was a factor of this, then what you would be kind of like plugging in a value that would zero the function. So in that case, it would be positive 2 minus 2, which would zero it out. So for that purpose, you're going to flip the sign on this negative 2. So when I do this synthetic division, we're going to use positive 2 right here. And now setting this up, I'm just going to take the coefficients of my function starting right here. Again, check that you have all the exponent degrees. So in descending order, we have 3, 2, 1, and 0. So my coefficients are going to be 1, 5, negative 7, and 2. So you remember the synthetic substitution from 5.2. First thing we do is we drop the first term, so 1 just goes down to here. Then we multiply 2 times 1, which is going to give me 2. Key difference with synthetic division here is instead of subtracting, we are adding. So instead of doing 5 minus 2, I do 5 plus 2 here. That brings me to 7. 2 times 7 gives me 14. Negative 7 plus 14 gives me 7. 7 times 2 gives me 14. 2 plus 14, 16. So what do I do with this? Well, since I divided a polynomial, a cubic polynomial that begins with the x to the third term by a linear polynomial, x, we know that the first term is going to be an x squared. So I know that my answer is going to begin with x squared, coefficient of 1, plus 7x. We're going to go in descending order, plus 7. So I already have my constant. What do I do with the 16? We make it the remainder. And this answer should look very familiar to you from the last problem. So I'd say there's a lot less work involved if you choose to do the synthetic method, although you got to be careful. Two things to watch out for. I'm going to reiterate those again. If you're dividing by x minus 2, you have to use positive 2 as a substitute. Just another example, if we were dividing by x plus 4, we would have a negative 4 right here. And then instead of subtracting like in the long division, this is all addition. 5 plus 2, negative 7 plus 14, 2 plus 14, and that's how you come up with the same answer.